Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Little Friday free pick action here on the Winning Free Picks channel or the Picks and Parlays channel, or maybe you're watching the old school Sean Higgs channel because you want to see some 1986 Fleer being opened up. Either way, welcome on into the show. We have the shirt link. Go get a shirt or a sweatshirt. We got the podcast link to all your favorite podcast channels: Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, wherever your favorite podcasts are found. Go get it. And of course, I put the 7-day steal in there. $31.20 promo code MLB. Or if you want to spend $31.20 on a week, you go get a shirt for basically a little less. And you can wear that all the time. That's not just a week. That's years of fun if you take care of your clothing. Anyway, Richie P, jumping right inside of all the links. How are you? Hit the like button. Sorry for the loud talking. Loud talking. That's all right. I don't mind the all caps. I'm going to start doing everything in all caps. That'd be fabulous. All right. Free picks are free picking. Twitter. I'm going to run through because there's going to be there's 4 Twitters, and I don't run them all in a what's it. So you got to figure it out yourselves. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. We have all the game picks, followed by your props coming up on Yankees and the Orioles with San Diego and Atlanta. And then the last one, a couple games, Rays. A couple games. Well, it's 2 games, 3 teams, because I just have the Rays, and then I have Toronto and the LA Angels up. So there's that. Twitter, Twittering, YouTubing, and we are talking recap from yesterday. We'll recap our action here. We do go 0-4 with our baseball picks in the video. 22-25 down, $74 because Detroit in the under. Yeah, not good. Kansas City under 8.5. Yeah, another. The bottom of the 8th has been crushing me. I thought it was just the Astros going to get me in the bottom 8th. Well, apparently Kansas City wanted to do me dirty too. Rockies run line, loser. Although I did have Rockies money line minus 126 on the sites. I go 2-2 in the site play. Well, I forgot to mention the 4th loser. Braves run line plus 130. So we take the donut there. It happens. What are we going to do? Premiums, I go 2-2. Detroit loser. Rockies money line winner. Detroit under. Nope. Toronto run line. Yes. So there is the recap of MLB all over. 38-34 on the sites plus 414. Player props 3-5 yesterday, down $15 baby dollars, but on the year 60-92 plus $2,015. So not too shabby with our player props. Let's get to today's picks, and we have a couple here in the video for those interested. And you can't beat it. 3 minutes in, and all of a sudden you get your free picks. You could just go on with your day. But that's why I just say hit the like button. Or buy a shirt, and then you could support me all day long, not just for 3 minutes. Let's go. Miami and the under. I'll take the 150. I got a bad number yesterday. This opened up at the 130 range, 135 range. I don't care. And it's so – I don't want to take Miami because they're so terrible and can't score. But who are the Mets to be laying a 160, 170 anyway? Is this – they had one nice inning. I can't lay that. And I like McGill, but honestly, Cabrera I think is a better pitcher. The problem is that, as I've said on multiple occasions, the Marlin offense, let's be honest, it's offensive because there is none. You traded Lopez, you got a guy who hits 350. It doesn't make a difference because there's nobody. The next 3 guys behind him don't even add up to hit 350. Oh, Miami, I don't care. I'm a glutton for punishment. And listen, when you're a dog kind of player, you have to sometimes say, I got to roll with it. You got to roll with it. So I will take Eddie Cabrera here, plus 150, under 7.5. Yanks over. It's a Yankee team. I got Clark Schmidt on the hill. Do we really love Clark Schmidt? He's all right, I guess. I mean, he's not a stud kind of guy to me. Same with Dean Kramer. We'll go over the 8.5 there. Pirates, again, bad number yesterday. I grabbed it out of the gate because that's what I do. I put the plays up early. I got a bad 105. I knew it was going to go up, and it did. It's in the close to the 120 range. Yeah, the Red Sox. Now, you got it yesterday, folks, right? No way the Red Sox can lose four in a row. They're the Boston Red Sox. That being said, I still don't. They trailed. They came back to win. And Rich Hill's not a guy. Maybe he'll pitch like Dick Mountain today. He'll go 6 innings. I feel that, and I've said this about other teams. We talked about, Tim. We were doing this the other day. I think Houston was the low line, or Minnesota, some kind of. I was Toronto. It was Toronto and Kansas City and St. Louis, or no, Cubbies, Reds. And that's just this season. We talk about this all season long. When you see a kind of line like this, we're like, the Red Sox, they're the Pirates. Teams out of the gate play kind of good. And yeah, it's not July. It's the second week of April. Pirates look like they're a little spunky right now. I'll take a 118, 120 with them here. Giants under 8. Both teams coming in. Giants home opener here. Kansas City off a game yesterday. Giants off a big win. How about the Giants yesterday? The Giants can't hit. They can't hit. Put up another double-digit runs. That's what they do. They don't score. They score 10. They don't score. They score 12. They don't score. Here's 15 or whatever. I'm going under here. It's like a travel nonstop day. They're home. Afternoon game. I mean, Kansas City to me is still a light hitting team. I like some of their bats. I think they can be explosive. We had them. We had the over opening day. Didn't get there. Give me the under 8 here. And Braves over 9.5 with these two cats on the hill. You have a youngster. Again, Schuster is their number one in their organization. Pitcher. He didn't look that good in his first outing. A lot of walks, and you're going to face this Padre team with guys like Soto, who can't buy a hit, but he don't care because he'll walk 4 times. He doesn't care. Machado's another professional guy who not only hits but he walks. Cruz is a guy who walks. You're going to put guys on base in this game, and then Nick Martinez is nobody to write home. We got to talk about Clark Schmidt. Here's San Diego's Clark Schmidt. A lot of teams have these kind of guys. They're going to give up 4 or 5 runs, and maybe we pull it out, maybe we don't. Against the Braves, we saw runs last night in this game with better pitchers. And as much as the Padres haven't really hit, if you look at their overall stats, it's still a good lineup. And here, where they could stretch things out by getting guys on base with walks, yeah, look out. Look out, everybody. It could get UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You're ugly. Anybody know that movie? I'm going to run through a couple player props, and I'm sure it might be in the comments. But I'll go through my Baltimore Yankee props, and then I'll hit you with that fun cheer. It's a football movie. Tim is probably diligently Googling the song I just rattled off. He's like, what are they talking about? I'm looking for Bojangles coupons. All right. BLT, our favorite. We love our bacon. We also like Baltimore player props. And we're going to take a little Frazier. Plus $2 score run. Dude's batting 353, 420 OPS, 6 games, 6 runs. Worth a shot because, again, I think we're going to see runs here. Why not take a $2 guy? Mateo, same kind of thing. 300 hitter, 420 OPS, 6 runs, 5 games. He gets on base, or 5 runs in 6 games. For my ribbies and run props, and now we'll see a couple run props going to peek their head in here now. You get on base. I'm gonna look to get a run prop, especially at these numbers. Yeah, they're bottom of the order kind of guys. That's fine because the top of the order guys here, Rushman and Mullins are hitting, and at plus 230 and plus 240 ribbies. Yeah, I think there's going to be runs in this game, and it's not just the top of the order hitting 5 solo homers, and the bottom of the order comes out and grounds out 3 times. It doesn't work that way. Need to extend innings. Guys get on base. Bottom of the order gets on base. Here comes the top of the order. Your good hitters. Knock them in. Again, here we go. Yankees. Trevino towards the bottom. Plus 170 run. I'll take it. I mean, it's Baltimore. The guy can hit a home run here. And then, boom, we got 170 in our pocket. Rizzo run. Stanton run. Plus 120s. Yes, I'm going to take 3, 4, 5 hitters when they're plus 120. I kind of draw the lines at the 110s and stuff like that, or minus, 105, plus 105s. 120, we're still in the plus kind of range. Judge Ribby, 125. Yes, the guy has 5 homers versus this cat. 3 homers and 7 ribbies in like 5 games, or 5 at bats or something versus this cat. So yeah, we'll take Judge Ribby, 125. A Rizzo Ribby, 175. A Stanton. I'm sorry, but why is my phone going crazy here? Sorry about that. So Stanton, Ribby 140, and a Gleber. Again, Gleber I think is batting cleanup, and I want to see him do good. He's a guy I kind of like. He had a nice breakout. Then COVID came. He turned into a pumpkin. 175. I'm taking it. As you see when we go through like the regular game picks, if we have overs, we kind of come to those kind of teams to bet a little bit. I think that's my thinking of the game. What's going to happen here? The movie is Wildcats with Goldie Hawn and also young Wesley Snipes. I believe Woody Harrelson is also in that movie. Wildcats. Anyway, all right. Next up here in player prop action, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're scoring. I know the A's. We think A's low scoring, good pitching. That's not the case this year. They kind of scrape across some runs somehow. Nobody takes them serious. Like, we don't have to really worry about the A's, but yet they win a couple games. You're like, what happened here? But no A's props. We'll go some Tampa Ribby with Wander Franco plus $2. Again, he's a two hitter maybe. I don't mind. Again, I think we're going to see some runs in this game, and if the bottom of the order's on, he's going to start hitting. I think he's hitting 400 as well too. A Arena plus 155. He's a 3-4 hitter. Siri towards the bottom of the lineup, 250. I think he leads the team in ribbies, or it might be second ribbies for them. I mean, 250 RBI guy. He's hitting the ball. I'll grab him. Diaz out of the leadoff spot, 185. Yes, and Lau, however you want to word him. Sometimes he's at the top, plus 140. Sometimes he's at the bottom, plus 140. Either way, I think he gets driven in today. And we'll hop to a late game here because this is where it fit in good with uh, the number of icons I could use in the bubbles. Toronto and the Angels. So Ribby prop here. Chapman, the guy's been tearing it up. We had him yesterday, 170. Vladdy plus a 160 and a Varsho 225. So I'm getting like a 3-4-5 hitter here, or maybe 2-3-4, depending on how they flip these kind of lineups here. All plus money. Nice chunks of money. Three guys who could hit a homer. Nick Varsho, I like this guy last year. I like him this year. Let's go. Let's go get it done here. Any of the triples here can go yard, and we take care of business. But I think guys will get on base, and we'll score some runs. And this is not to say I like Padre Sandoval. Patrick Pablo. He's the third baseman for the Giants of Kung Fu Panda. Patrick Sandoval. I like him. I liked him last year. I thought him or Detmers could break out. He had a nice first start. I get it. That's why these lines are kind of high. Again, they're high enough where if we hit one, it's not bad. We go 1 and 2. And for the Angels, Hoppy, a little Irishman here. Hop. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. I never heard him until I was going through their stats, and I see he leads the team in ribbies, and he's plus 270. Sure, I'll grab a plus 270 guy who apparently gets hits when men are on base. And I got Bassett, who I like, but hey, maybe his poor start career is over. It's a guy I like, but I'm not running the jump on him. I got a 270 guy, plus 270 guy who's driven in runs when given the opportunity. Of course, we're taking it. Drury and Lamb. Yes, Otani, Trout. Oh, look at these big names. I don't care. Drury and Lamb are going to bat 4-5. Somewhere in a common combination. If Trout's on base, Otani gets on base, who's ever. I don't even know. You don't even know who's healthy. The Angels to me are an NBA team with Trout, Otani, and Rendon. I don't know if they're going to sit or play, even though we're 4 games into the season. But I got a plus $2 on Drury, plus 240 on Lamb. Sign me up. Over here, I just mentioned San Diego, Atlanta. So I'll run through these fast because I mentioned the Atlanta guy putting guys on base walking, and it's Nick Martinez. So there's that. Ribbies, Bogarts, plus 210. Never know where this guy's batting. He could be leadoff. He could be the cleanoff hitter. Doesn't make a difference. Plus 210, I'm grabbing him. Crony, little Jake Cronenworth, 185. Again, sometimes he's batting cleanup. Sometimes he's in a leadoff. Sometimes he's batting eighth. I think we'll see runs. 185, yes. Kim, this guy just hits the ball. Now he doesn't. I think he has 1 RBI in the year. Yes, it's not good, but he hits the ball. So if somebody's on base in front of him, we have a better than 50-50 shot, I think, of him knocking somebody in here. So plus 195, I'm taking it. Manny Machado, again, I got a guy who hits 35 homers, plus 160. Yes. Cruz, another guy. Yes, he's 46 years old, however old he is. But against this team, against this pitcher, I said, you're walking guys. Guys are going to be on base. We could have a bases loaded walk here, and Machado or Cruz or Cronenworth could drive in runs here, or Bogarts, who's ever hitting in the 4 or 5 hole. So sign me up for all these guys plus money. Cronenworth for a run plus 150, Kim 145, and Cruz plus 115. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I take all these guys? I think guys are getting on base this game. We have the over. Here we go. Atlanta, Olsen plus 150. Hitting the ball pretty good. Travis D'Arnaud. Right? Is that how you pronounce his name? D'Arnaud. Travis d'Arnaud. We have to go French style, like Talion. Plus 175. He's the cleanup hitter on this team. Unbelievable. Ozzy Albies plus $2. Yes. We've had him quite a few times. Riley at 155. We've had him a few times. And Arcia out of the bottom pit. The guy gets on base. Somebody's ahead of him. He's doubling in a run. A plus 230. We couple that with his run prop at 150. It's a wonderful night. Austin Riley plus 120. Again, you're in the 2-3 hole. Somebody's driving you in here against a bad pitcher. And that's it. That's it. That's the show. That's the show. I'm going to bring Tim in because we have so much NBA to discuss, and I could get back to my landscaper who just texted me.
NBA? Oh, hold on. I have the NBA for today.
Stop it. Get some help.
Are we? All right. I'll do my rapid fire rundown like I did last time. Rockets are road favorites. Pass. Pacers are -7. Pass. Heat are -6.5 on the road. Pass. Philadelphia is sitting everybody, and they're sitting plus 10.5. Pass. I bet the Raptors. That's my only play today. Nets are 11-point faves. Pass. Milwaukee is a 8-point dog at home. Pass. New Orleans is -8 at home. Pass. Dallas -11. Pass. Golden State's plus -9.5 on the road. The only reason why I'm not fading them here, they're against the Kings, who are probably sitting everybody. Pass. And the Lakers are 10-point favorites. Pass. There you go. There's your slate.
It's
ugly. And I will say, we're not going over any NBA games besides a rapid fire like that on the ESB show until the play-ins.
You have, like yesterday, Cleveland +5. We're like, they're sitting everybody. They win by 26.
Cleveland was a 9.
They went to 9?
Well, they were a 9 before Orlando said, all right, all of our players are going to sit too.
Okay. Well, they won by 26. I mean, that's crazy.
They blew them
out. Miami +1. They win by 28. OKC, what did they win? By 16 on the road. The Suns, by
the way, if anybody wants to know why I'm not high on the Suns, they had Chris Paul, Booker, Ayton, and Kevin Durant all play last night. I believe the Denver Nuggets decided to hire 5 fans to play last night. The Nuggets still covered.
Yeah.
With no Jokic, no Murray, no Gordon, no Porter, and no Caldwell Pope.
I want to do like again, people want to bet it, and they bet it to make money. There's guys in our atmosphere in the betting world here. They have shows like, it's a good time to make money. I can't. I just I don't like during regular. I don't like during regular season when it's just a normal game. I don't know who's playing. How are you? I mean, you just ran down the lines for today.
These games I can't go after. No, thank you.
Yeah, ridiculous. Let's hit the comment section.
Yep.
Let's see what we got in here. So all of the first comments are all me spamming the chat. Locking it with the Kings in the house. We're doing good. King D, good to see you. Michael, good morning. Oh, you like that? Oh, you like that? Who is that? Kirk Cousins, right? The you like that coming out of the tunnel? Dave's in the house. Good morning. I like the Seattle Mariners money line and the Phillies money line. Any thoughts on Cubs versus the Texas Rangers? I actually kind of like the under in this Cubby game here to start. The Ranger team, I like the lineup a little bit. It needs more help. The pitching is pretty solid. Why do I think Eovaldi is going to come in here and strike out 10 guys? Stroman will probably do the same. I'm going to go under, although I do see it. Did it drop to 6.5 this total? Don't like that. Again, though, it's an early game, Dave. You don't got to run to bet the Cubs and the Rangers there. Again, in these kind of games with the player props, people want stuff in all games. It's like the football season comes. Everybody wants to prop something. You can't do that. You just can't bet a game to bet it because it's the early game. It's the Met game. We got to bet it early. Cub games early. It's the 10 o'clock standalone game. What kind of opinion here I have on the Cubs? I'm high on the Cubs for the year. They've scuffled out of the gate. I'm not running to bet the Cubs, and I like Stroman. I'm high on Texas. I think they're going to be good. I can't come bet Texas. Not worth it at even money. It's a pass for me. Now, Seattle and Cleveland, you got to love that they've already wrapped up their season series with each other after this weekend. That's great. A week into the season, they're done playing each other. Which would have been fun maybe in September if they're battling for a wild card. But nope. No, we get it now. I kind of like the Indians here. Give me the Cleveland Indians. Guardians. Yes, I like Logan Gilbert. I get this line was a 110 opener, 109, and it's ballooned up to the 130 mark. It's not like we don't like Seattle. Good team. Great breakout year last year. They're 2-5. They're 2-5. I'm not. Is it worth taking a 110 back on a team that hasn't really put together a stretch? And Cleveland getting a little bit of hitting. We know their pitching's pretty solid. Again, I don't want to bet on teams that are not playing well. No, thank you, Seattle. Philly's another one. Do you want to? Yes, the Reds are bad. I get it. But are they bad? They're 3-2, and Philly's 1-5 and hasn't won in ages. How are you laying 180 with the Phillies? Forget about hitting. They're not hitting well. The pitching's giving up runs because they're losing games. I know Hunter Green's gives up homers. How? Phillies minus 180. What are you doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Not even a run line. I'm not even looking to do a run line that game. No, thank you. Great night, Michael. Ended up playing a bunch of Ruby props in the Braves game, win 6-1. There you go. The Ruby props are nice. And you're getting plus money. Well, listen, you could grab guys who are minus 105, 110. I really don't run that route. Like Xander Bogaerts is a minus 110 for a run today. Yeah, he should definitely score a run. But where's the fun in that? You come into a betting show and people give you even money. I could give you those all day long. That's no fun. I could give you the minus 110 Aaron Judge to score a run. Sure. I could give you the Phillies minus 180, 190. What is that? You don't want that in the show. Llama. There you go. The big L. Brio, how are you today? Dave, looking at 1 runs first inning in Giants game. How about no runs first inning Giant game? How about a Nerfy? Nerfy it up. Locking in with the King. Quick side note, Higgs. Heard from a great source that Hunter Dickinson may sign with Kentucky basketball. Cancel his Georgetown visit. Did you come in with the Kentucky early championship prop? Again, I don't know who's hot in, college hoops, like coming in as freshmen. I'm not a big follow the ranking kind of thing, but the Kentucky team is always good, and I think it'll pay off for them now. Guys not hopping to the NBA after a year, staying a little bit. I want to see Cal develop some talent there, though. I mean, he gets a lot of guys, but can he coach? When's the last time he won? He's had good teams. He's got great players. They don't know how to play together, though. Michael, home run prop going Christian Walker plus $5 versus Kershaw. He does tend to give up some homers. 10 for 30 with 5 homers versus Clayton Kershaw. Huh, Christian Walker? And I think he's the only guy hitting on Arizona, too. Last time I checked the Arizona lineups. Kevin Cook, my guy, how are you? Let's cash. We're trying. We're trying to cash every day, Kev. So let's see how we do. I feel good about the games. I mean, why wouldn't I feel good? I got like 11, 12 MLB games and whatever we got, like 20, 30 props here. So I think it's going to be a profitable day. Mike, I'm not sure if the Giants are going to play today. Semi-off across the bay. It's raining. So, yeah, 50-50 shot of rain. That's why I kind of like the under. It's an afternoon game. And across the board, temperatures are in the, mid-50s, 60 degrees, cooler temperatures, but I think kind of tend to the unders in some spots. But I also think we have some poor offenses. And believe it or not, decent pitching. We're not terrible. We're going to give up a ton of runs. We'll see what happens on that Giant game. Again, I'm just looking for an under. Mad Bum is done like dinner. Yeah, he has not looked too good. Bumgarner. Jesse Shule. Minnehaha. There we go. Little twin action today. You like the Twins over the Stros? Here's another one. Opened in the 115 range. Now up to 130. Sonny Gray. Uquiddy. Houston quietly has been an over team this year, 6-1 to the over, believe it or not. And that's a team I thought second best pitching to Cleveland overall. Again, this is staff-wise, not just talking about one good pitcher on the team, stuff like that. And they haven't really hit it all either. I think Yordi, Abreu, and Tucker, the only guys hitting for that Astros team. But yet somehow they scrape across runs. They are 3-4 though. And you look at this line, it's easy to take Houston. World Series favorites here against Sonny Gray. Yes, Nathan, yes. Take the Twinkos. King, White Sox 2-6, straight up in Pittsburgh, lean Pirates. Not only that, I mean, how often do they play Pittsburgh? You know, like that kind of, like they don't play them every year, right? Do they, King Day? No, they play every. So that's, you know, when's the last time they played? Who's pitching for Pittsburgh back then? For all you know, Garrett Cole's on the hill in one of those games. You know, I mean, but how are you taking the White Sox sputtering? I mentioned taking the Phillies is a bad idea. The White Sox, and I like Giolito, and I don't like the kid. Rich Hill's not a guy I want to bet on. But look at this line. This line was a 110 opener, 115. Yeah, okay, of course people go with the White Sox. The White Sox versus the Pirates. The perception is the Pirates are going to win 57, 65 games. Yeah, well, they're 4-2. They're off a sweep of the Red Sox. They're feeling good about themselves. And the White Sox are the same dysfunctional bunch they were last year under La Russa. I don't want to take the White Sox. Remember the final days of Keuchel? That's how I'm the mad bum right now. Oh, the Keuchel days. I told you, I saw him down here in Sugarland. Woo-wee. Slug fest. Him and Lance McCullers. Should have took the over. There was like 12 runs in the first 4 innings. Is there minor league totals you can bet on? Texas under, yes. San Fran under, yes. Pitt Chicago. Over 8.5. Hold on a second. Texas under the 7. San Fran under 8. Pitt Chicago over 8.5. Yeah, I'm confused here because Pitt is playing. Oh, I'm thinking Cubs. I see Texas under them in Chicago. I'm like, what are you talking about? Cubs are playing Texas. You got here, but we're talking to White Sox. You like the over 8.5 there? I do not know about the 8.5. I mean, 7.5, okay. 8.5, I don't know. Mini Houston under. I don't hate it, even though, as I mentioned, Houston hitting the ball. But it's probably going to be chilly. They had a rain out yesterday. I can go with the under in this mini Houston game. Because Mini hasn't really started hitting the ball themselves. 21% chance of precipitation for the Giants this afternoon. Well, I don't know about you, King. I mean, they canceled the Phillies game and it didn't even rain there. All right. I mean, these guys, they can't get today's weather right. I mean, you live in Indy. I'm in Jersey when they're like, oh, no snow today. We're gonna get 8 inches. It's a dusting. We're gonna get 1 inch to 2 inches. You get 14 inches. They can't predict today's weather. So, but don't worry about 80 years from now. They got that down pat. We'll be frozen. We'll be underwater in 80 years. But today, let's cancel a game in Philly. No rain. What are we doing here? I don't trust them. Go outside. It looks like rain. Chances are it's gonna rain. These people, the weathermen, and not to knock the people who do the weather, but really, these guys, how are they still employed? You got at best they have a 50. I could do that. 50-50 shot, go outside, predict the weather. I want to take the Giants run line. I don't know, Markel. For me, I'll just look to the under. I'm not looking for a lot to happen here. Giants coming back from the White Sox. Home opener. They're going to be excited, yes, but you're back off a road trip. KC opening a road trip. It's especially if it's cool, maybe a little drizzle. 56%, 56 degrees is base. Chilly. Yeah, it's chilly. Not good, comfortable batter weather for sure. Big waves in the house. My new site is coming called Fade My Picks. My picks are stuck harder than oh my goodness, what's going on here? Big waves. I like the Pirates, Blue Jays, Mariners. Again, I'm not telling anybody to run to take the White Sox. So yes, I like your Pirate bet. Seattle, I said I kind of like Cleveland there. Again, that's another 2-5 team. And Toronto, you're off a win, but this game here to me is a toss-up. Sandoval's pitched pretty well. I'm not just kind of his one start this year. Last year was a pretty solid guy. Bassett's off a bad outing. I think he's better than that. But we've seen Toronto give up runs. the key and what you look for now, like again, I have really nothing on this game other than some props. Are the Angels going to be able to stay healthy and hit? Because if they do, and yes, you have Otani, but if uh, Patrick Sandoval, Reed Detmers come around and are solid, this is a dangerous team. And as I said to start the season, Toronto's a team I think could take a step forward. Right? Bring in Bassett. You have Gausman. You got Akmanoa. I know Barrios looked bad in his start. I mean, you could flip him and Bassett, push him back a bit. The lineup is what it is. It's a stacked lineup. But right now, both these teams, 4-3, 4-2. The Angels, obviously, I think are better than people think they are, right? I mean, think, it's the Angels. They should be 3-3 all the time. They're a 500 team. Betting wise, got really nothing here. Maybe I want to say maybe an over in this spot here. I think this game opened at 7 and over. I saw. Taylor Great swinging in to say hi on a great Easter weekend. Hope you get some good time with the family. Yeah, busy weekend over here. Well, today we are going to go to my mom's for dinner, and then I think Easter Sunday she'll come over here. And then tomorrow, I don't know what we'll do. I feel like Frank the Tank in old school. So busy. I don't know if I'll have enough time. I might go to Home Depot, get some plants. I might have to go to Costco, get some toilet paper. King D, Markel, could have talked you off that one. So yeah, you want to do Giants run line as well, huh? I mean, it won't shock me for them to win. But like I pointed out yesterday with that team, they have a 10-run game and they come back with a 2-run game. Michael, I would not bet Giants run line or offense is home run dependent. This is not home run weather. They've never seen Keller. I would go first 5 under because I don't trust either of these bullpens. Yeah, again, the weather for me is the key here. It's a day game. It's cool. If it's a chance of rain, even if it's a little damp, I mean I like cold unders like that, and it's wet. It just favors the pitcher, no matter how bad the pitcher is. It just favors pitchers. They're up there. They're nonstop throwing. They're not working up a sweat. You know how that is. You're out there. You're moving. Batter's coming in. I'm on the bench. I got a coat on for half the inning. Edge pitchers. Casey can't hit either. I'm torn. It's just Markel. If this is how you're thinking, why are you even thinking about it? If you can't say I'm taking this because I love it for this reason, don't bet it. I'm torn. Then no, just say no. Only thing I like Giants are 4-0 Cubs last 4. Game 1 of the series, but Giants are 0-4 in the last 4 following a win. This goes back to last year, though, King D. How can you take that team from last year? It's not even the same team. I mean, they bring in Conforto. I mean, bring in Hanger. He hasn't played at all. See, those kind of stats I cannot put any emphasis behind. Especially 6 games into a season. Gilvari. What do you say? This is a new person. Chaos generation. I'm all about the chaos, baby. Machado's early eggs a few days back killed me. The thing with the Padres, the hype is all over them, right? They sign Big Machado. You get the Soto in here. You bring in Bogey. PED, Tatis coming back. There's a lot of hype. And we see that sometimes they struggled out again. They lose the first 2 to the Rockies. That's the worst when you got a guy on a player property like, he was 1 for 1. They take him out of the game for some ridiculous nonsense. What's happening here? Nathan hit 3 multi-team parlays essay for $4. There you go. Get it, Nathan. Get that money. Like I said, I did not bet anything in the NBA. I love betting them. We ran down the game saving NBA. Just stop the playing games next weekend. Really, have some fun with some baseball. Take $20 and put 10 2-team or player prop in, or if you want to do something crazy, just get away from the NBA. The joke NBA. 20 out of 30 teams make the playoffs in the NBA. Just freaking ridiculous. Eric says the O's money line with Kramer on the hill against Clark Schmidt. I like the over. And this is another game here. We talked about Cleveland going from 110 up to 130. Yanks were a 110 up to 130. Minnesota was a 115 up to the 130. People are going to bet your Yankee team. People are going to get, well, you think they bet Houston, but they're betting the Twinkies in that one. Michael, Suns have no depth trade. All the wing defenders. Who's getting hurt first? KD, CP3? Well, yeah, definitely. KD is just a ankle roll away from being out for the rest of the season, for the playoffs. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm not taking them. I mean, and the Sun. What's the Suns line today? Are they playing today? Where are the Suns? Laying 10-point dogs versus the Lakers. I mean, really? What? How are you betting that game? The Suns are they not playing anybody? I mean, the Lakers are like, all right, we're going to play to win. Just stop it. Just stop it. Rangers, so public right now. Texas Rangers? People betting the Rangers today? Who's betting Texas today? Why are they all on my Rangers team here, King D? Michael, the West is wide open. There's not one team that's unbeatable. East could end up beating each other. Yeah. Sixers, Boston, Bucks. I'm going to say I'm going to put Boston will blow that. But Bucks and Sixers. Miami's a tough team, and you think they're going to start showing up now? It's April playoffs, but the West is again. You got the Golden State one. It will not shock me. Look at the way the West is right now. I mean, Denver's sitting guys. I hate sitting guys when you've won. You haven't done anything. How the heck are you sitting? Who are you to sit? Who are you to sit? Okay, listen. Joker wants to sit out of game. The guy's been a monster.
Well, who are they to sit? They clinched the 1 seed. Yeah, I know they haven't won anything, but but would you want like Jokic or Murray or somebody to blow out their knee in a game that doesn't matter?
I get it. So when's their first game? And now so these guys won't play for 2 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's really good. I'm really running a bet on that team when they open up at home as a favorite over whoever. Who are they playing? Who's their
playing game? Whoever wins the second playing game.
Which at this rate would be who we have
any of the 4 teams. It's the loser of the 7-8 game versus the winner of the 9-10. That's who the Denver Nuggets get in the first round.
Let's see the
I don't know what the standings are. At the moment.
All right, so standings, playoffs. The West. So it's the winner. So it's between the 8, 9, 10, 11?
7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry. Lakers, New Orleans, Minnesota, Oklahoma City.
All right. So for all intents and purposes, let's say it's the Lakers because they, and who knows? You know what? I won't be shocked if it's Minnesota. It could be Oklahoma. But I'm just going to say for the NBA, it's going to be the Lakers because they're the Lakers and it's the NBA, right? They need their ratings.
Lakers will win the first playing game, play the Memphis Grizzlies. So then
hold on a second. I thought you said the winner of the 7, 8, 9, 10 games. Plays Denver. So it's a 9-10.
Loser of 7, 8 versus the winner of 9-10.
I got you. All right. I got you. Okay.
The 7, 8 guys get 2 chances to make the playoffs. The 9-10 have to win 2 straight.
I'm gonna say somehow Minnesota gets in there. I'd like to see Minnesota, but
if Minnesota gets in and faces Denver in 5. And
what's that opening line?
At home, Denver -7, -8.
At Denver, they were an 8-point dog back in February and they lost 146-112. At home, they beat them 128-98.
The 128-98 game was nobody. It was a second leg of a back-to-back.
8.5. We talked about that game because they were 8.5-point faves.
Yeah.
At Denver, they lose 122-118. They beat Denver at home 124-111 as a 4-point dog. I don't know. I might take the if I'm getting 7 or 8. And again, it could even be juicier. You never know.
I don't think it would be juicier than that in the playoffs.
Depends how they look.
Especially with the Minnesota team that's going to be healthy now with Karl-Anthony Towns now.
I heard they're talking about trading him.
Yeah, good. I don't think Gobert and Cat work together. So there you go.
Nobody wants Gobert. Big waves. Everybody on Rays. Even old lady on a walker told me to take the Rays to the casino today. Every time to fade or keep pounding raise, that old lady is a cooler. They have casinos in Alabama, big waves. Raise to me, it's a run line play, obviously, because we're not laying two something dollars here as much as we like Tampa Bay, but 265, no thank you. Zach Eflin, no, I know somebody's got a Cy Young on this cat. You're on a team.
I do.
They,
Oakland
the,
money line today.
the Oakland money line.
We are betting Oakland money line every single game and expecting 62 to 64 wins.
Well, when you're getting them at 225, it's going to pay off in 30 of those to get you those 60 wins easy. 60
Exactly.
will turn into a 90. Yeah, KD, I knew you had Kentucky plus 1,500. I like it. Dick Mountain. It's a great name. King D, White Sox, Pittsburgh interleague matchup. Yeah, no, it's just one of those when I see the interleagues. I'm going to go back to see. I'm just going to bring it up because I could be totally wrong. So they played in 22-1. The interleague they play this is why I get baseball. These guys interleague play. They face each other every year because they're the Centrals. Is that how that works nowadays? I thought before it was different when it started. See, I don't even kind of look at kind of stuff like that. So last time they played, Carlos Rodon beat Matt Kranick. Well, they started the games. It was 6-3. Giolito and Wilson, 4-2. Cease and DeYoung. Giolito and Anderson. Brubaker's not even here. Dunning. Joe Musgrove. Dallas Keuchel for the White Sox. The guy's retired. Trevor Williams is on the Nationals. Giolito's been here. Brault. How about Jameson Taillon? He's on his fourth team since the last time he faced the White Sox. And Rodrigo Lopez and Trevor Williams. I mean, Rodrigo Lopez. Oh, no, excuse me. Ronaldo Lopez. Starts off with a strong 2 innings. And Trevor Williams doing Trevor Williams things. 5-2 out of the gate for that Pittsburgh team. And 14-10 that year. 3.11 ERA. Followed up with a 5.6 ERA for Pitt before getting shipped off to the Mets, to the Cubs, to the Mets, to the Nationals. Listen. If you think, or if you have one looking back at those matchups, King Day, I tip the cap to you because that's a deep dive. Love the Weatherman rant. Seriously, Jake, I've talked about Weatherman since I was in high school with their nonsense. When it's like they give us off school or don't give us off school. I mean, it is the worst. These guys clearly under a 50% clip. Forget about the MLB. You got to be a Hall of Famer to hit 300. Right, 30% of the time you're awesome in Major League Baseball. These cats are like 40% on TV telling people what to do. How is that? That should be a jailable offense. You know what? Maybe I'll pull the old, instead of putting the midday money back on the Sean Higgs page, maybe Sean Higgs page will just turn into a crazy rampage. We'll talk about the Weatherman. There'll just be all types of flat earth stuff off the cuff. We'll talk about, we'll go into geopolitical sculpture because I could just say I'm an expert. Right? Do you go to school to be a weatherman? To be a meteorologist? Right? What do you got to learn? You have computers for that, right? Like, oh, there's a low pressure system coming in from the south. It's going to mix with all this cool air up in the atmosphere. It's going to give us what we call snow. It's going to come down out of the. Come on. Do I like the Angels today, Bill? I like the matchup because I like the pitcher. I can't really get onto. I almost called them California Angels. I can't get onto Cali right now. I want to see. I need a little more out of them because I'm kind of high on Toronto. I think they're ready to go forward, but they've kind of sputtered a little out the gate. The pitching has not been good. Now Bassett's a guy who's got some experience in the park. Maybe pulls out some blood and guts, a little wiliness. He is off a bad start. Again, you see all the props I got obviously, I kind of like the over in this matchup. To Moose in the house, Yankees, Celtics, Wizards. All right, listen, you lose me as soon as you get to Celtics and Wizards today. What are you doing with NBA? Tommy, come on. Tate the Great. KD may get blown over by the wind and hurt his leg. How'd they only win by 4 yesterday against a G League team? Again, don't bet these games. And there, those of you out there, there's guys on Twitter, wherever, making money on NBA all season long. And I say, good for you. I can't. It is way too frustrating. You see me get annoyed about the weather. How do you think I feel about guys? You know this. They don't care. I got to take a day off. I'm making $23 million. I'll decide if I'm going to play 10 minutes before tip-off. You find out watching TNT and Shaq breaks the news for you or some nonsense. Like, again, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm sure 99% of the people watching this show and any kind of free pick show are people who have jobs and are out working and they come home, they want to bet because I'm going to bet a game, have a little fun with $10, whatever. Dude, that's what you're doing with your money you're working all day for? A guy doesn't even care enough to show up for his job today. I'm taking off today. That's the guy you want to put your money on all season long? And again, NBA for me, I've said it before. We are 40 and 47 in the video, and I put out a lot more in the video because people like the NBA. Minus 950. No, we are on winner free picks with our NBA. 18 and 21, down $44. That's it. I'll have a winning basketball season because playoffs come. I will have 10 winners over the course of 2 months to get us into the plus. But I don't want to run to bet NBA right now. You can't, and you shouldn't. And like I said to who was bringing up the Texas Cub game, you don't have to bet the game because it's the first game on the board. Any sport, or it's the last game on the board, or it's ESPN game in college football. Not if you want to make money betting. Again, you're having fun or you're making money. Rangers Cubs totals too low for Evaldi Stroke. Yeah, it's down to 6.5 now. Although I like Evaldi though. I think the dude is good when he's healthy. We could say let's insert a ton of people in all sports into that kind of category, right? The guy is good sometimes. You know. Again, that's just at 6.5. I don't want anything to do with that. Gracious is in the house. Washington money line, Tampa Bay run line, Dodgers run line, San Diego line over. Well, we could do that over all day long. Yes, we like the over in that Atlanta game, right? It's pretty sure we have it in the chat here, and we went through all of the player props, so there is that. Dodgers run line, it's Kershaw. I don't kind of hate it. I understand. It's Bumgarner. Sure, Tampa Bay run line, only way to bet that game against the A's. And you're going the Natties over Colorado. And that, what was it, 1-0 yesterday, that crazy game? Unbelievable. 1-0. Here I'm thinking 8-2, 7-3. The total today is up to 11.5. Now, Urina's a bad guy. I'm not a Urina guy. But, Gore's, again, a guy who's supposed to be good. We talked about him his last start. He's a top pick. We saw Josiah Gray. He's a top pick. He's a top prospect. He pitched good yesterday. Gore pitched really good in his first start. I don't hate it. I mean, again, it's a pick 'em though. But this is what happens when you have bad teams. To Moose, moneyline parlay, Mets, Tampa plus 119. I mean, Mets home opener, I get it. They should beat the Marlins, who are going to score, 2 or less runs? And Tampa Bay, we think, should win this game 8-1. Yes, Bama's full of casinos. Did not know that. Did not know Alabama's full of casinos. I'm just confused. Why did I thought you were like a Cali person with the waves? I mean, the Gulf of Mexico has no waves. What do? You got a wave machine to go surfing on? How do you surf big waves? In Greenbow, Alabama. Anybody get to Greenbow, Alabama? Anybody get that one?
Yeah, it's Forrest Gump.
All right, I didn't know.
Alabama.
Tate's great. Caleb's transfers to Michigan. Town-wise, I like it.
Too.
Who's that?
Caleb Love, the guy from UNC. Confirmed. Because he posted on his own Twitter page with him in a Michigan jersey.
Have fun. College basketball portal.
Have fun.
Cold here in Baltimore. Yeah, it's in the 50s. I get it. I still like the over though, because one Yankees Baltimore. It's again. I hate saying like historically they play kind of game. They do kind of play higher scoring games, and Baltimore has played the Yankees tougher the last couple of years, so they score runs. It's tough to say the Yanks don't score runs with that lineup. And yeah, they're a home run kind of driven team, but this is a home run park, and it's a team that slugfest. Like I think doesn't like Gleber have like 20 homers there like one season? Like, yeah, like 12 homers last year at this park. Like I just think over in this entire series. 3-0, your absolute locks. Who'd you have yesterday? Braves money line 160. I wrote it down. Wiki Fiki. Whatever did I say your name? Miami plus 1.5 today. Weak Fifi. Miami plus a 1.5. What? I gotta see what the what is the number on plus 1.5 for the Marlins? I'm guessing this is a Marlin line, right? What's the plus 1.5 on that? Can you see a plus 1.5? What that is?
130, 140, 145.
Minus.
Yeah.
All right. Not too bad, I guess. All right. Wiki Kadifi. Big ways. I'll bet Korean baseball before I ever place another bet on NBA. Orlando decides to sit out All Stars last night. I'm done. Stay away from the KBO. Stay away from that. Miz is in house. Texas under the 7. I don't hate 7 to 6.5. I'm blasé about. Lane's in the house. How do you feel about Arizona Dodgers under? This Dodger team, to me, I've said I like them under for the season. I don't like the offense, although they kind of score some runs. Bumgarner to me, it's a 9 though. I'll go under the 9. Give me the under. Bill McDonald's in here. Nate, 5 homers in 1 inning for Evaldi. What? Come on. Nate Evaldi. I'm going to pull up the Evaldi numbers. Because I like Evaldi. He's just a guy. I mean, you look at his career numbers, they are what they are. I mean, he had that good year with the Yanks. Again, that's even the prior year in Miami. Not bad numbers. Like, he goes in 2012. He's 4-13, but his ERA is a 4.30. It's not bad. He's on a bad Miami team. The Dodgers, he goes 1-6 with a 4 ERA. I mean, how really? 4-6 with a 3.39 ERA in 18 starts. 6-14, a 4.30. They're not terrible numbers. And the guy strikes out 200 guys. Like he strikes out cats. Well, actually, he only did that once, I should say. But the health is the problem. 18, 33, 27, 21, 21, 12, 9. He's got to be healthy. Locking him with the king. Caleb will sign either to Missouri or Michigan. Well, it's official Michigan. Gracious, I want to take the Blue Jays today. I'm not totally against taking the Blue Jays today, but they've, both of these teams. Do I want to run a bet either of them? Give me the over. If I'm kind of hesitant and say I want to take something, like you're not sure, I'm not going to steer you in a direction to take Toronto. I'm not going to steer you in a direction to take the Angels. I'll steer you in a direction to take the over, though. Higgs, we're 4-1 in KBO. Oh, my goodness. SSG Landers this morning. Nathan's letting us know that Evaldi's a bum. No love for Nathan Evaldi in the chat today. Mets over. Fun fact, Tigers are 5-0 overs. The Tigers are 5-0 in their – where's Detroit? Well, they heard me yesterday, Detroit did. Detroit's not playing today? Who do the Tigers have today? Where's the Tiger line?
They don't play today.
They opened up against Boston yesterday. They take off today and they're going to play Saturday, Sunday for a 3-game series?
That's what most teams are supposed to do. That's what happened in the home openers with a bunch of teams last
Yes,
weekend.
but that's because of the way they do the schedule. It's like that's just bizarre.
Like all home opening weekends, you either play on Thursday or Friday, and a lot of them they give them Thursday
and then
because
they're off on Friday. Yeah, it's
that or rain delay. You get to play Friday then.
Yeah. I mean, how I'm thinking. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Because usually it's in another 3 weeks. Every home series is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday to Monday. It's all 4 days.
No, it's always Friday, Saturday, Sunday, except for they want to make sure that opening weekend.
I know. That's why I'm forgetting because it's opening week is like 4 days of opening baseball because you have the first opening day, a second opening day. Then you have everybody else's on opening days, another day. Like, we really had opening day on Thursday, Friday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. We had 5 opening days. Big waves. I know Jimmy Neutron, a.k.a. Tim, ain't joking on Alabama. We dominate sports down here. Jimmy Neutron. You know who Jimmy Neutron is, Tim?
Yeah, it was a TV show.
You'd be called worse. Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, 100%. I mean... I've been called Timmy.
Yeah, that one's you don't look like that guy. I mean, you have the same name, but
and then I've been called Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. So there you go.
No, I've never seen that show.
No, it was another Nickelodeon show. So
no. Listen, Nickelodeon for me. Was that Carly on Nickelodeon? Yeah, look at this icon. Gibby's great. Cubbies money line here with Stroman. Again, I don't hate. I could do either one here, Nick. Vladdy and Judge homers today, says Bill. Won't shock me. I'm saying Tigers went over last 5 games. Yeah, they've been an over team. Well, they played Houston. As I said, Houston is 6-1 to their overs, Nick, as well. I mean, I didn't even know what to say to that with that team. I mean, I was not thinking over to the Tigers. I know the pitching is suspect, but the offense, again, Riley, Torque. I mean, what happened to Javi Baez? Remember, he was like some hot guy. Remember the Mets, Javi Baez? Oh, my God, him and Lindor. It's going to be fabulous. Grace, I'm a Jersey guy, but Toronto Blue Jay fan. It's a long story, but they're making me nervous right now. Listen, don't get nervous 5 games into the season. Don't worry about that. And you're a Jersey guy liking the Blue Jays. How do you like the Blue Jays, bro? Like, come on. Like, how old are you, Gracious? I mean, let's be honest. The Yanks and Mets, if you're around my age, the Yanks, again, they weren't winning in the mid-'80s, but they were winning 90 games with Donnie Baseball, Winfield, Ricky Henderson. They were winning games. And that pitching staff was atrocious. Phil Niekro, Joe Niekro. Like, their pitching staff was like all 38-plus guys, 40-year-old guys. And the Blue Jays back in the day, yeah, Damasco Garcia, Lloyd Mosby, Garth Eorg, Dave Stieb, of course, George Bell, Jesse Barfield, Devon White, King D's laughing. Grace with no fish there. Twin Earls look like a young Eli Manning. All right, let's just Jersey guy about an Orioles fan. Back it up, binge podcast. So back it up. All right, what is this? What's your podcast about? Back it up, binge guy. You're a Jersey guy, so I'm a Jersey guy as well. So I got to go give you a follow there. The Back It Up Binge podcast. How do you like the Orioles? What is that about? That's freaking blasphemy. Bill, what do you think about the Astros at plus money? It doesn't happen off. I think they're not as good as last year. No, they're begging to take the Astros. Don't do it. It's mini, Sody, or nothing. Don't take the Stros. Not right now. The Stros will be good. Not right now. Nathan, no, Bumgarner's a bum. He's bad. Listen. I'm not saying not to take Kershaw on the run line. It's just something I'm not doing. Sturgis strong. I gotta say, back it up. After that, the hurricane rolled through the beach there. It was never the same. I was telling, who was I talking to yesterday? So my friend, I'm like, going back. I'm going back there this next week, and we're gonna head down to the old shore house and stuff. It's like it's not the same, bro. It's sad down there. Sad. Gracious. What I got here? 49 years old. Ever since 93, used to be a Mets fan around 85, 87. There you go. All right, so we're the same age. We'll be same. I'll be 49 this year. Yeah, 85. I used to be a Mets fan around 85, 86, 87. Wow, I'm shocked. You're a Mets fan when they're winning the World Series and going to NLCSs against the Cardinals. I mean, so Gracious, Gracious, like that's like the wheelhouse of like our youth, 85 days of just good stuff, like the baseball, the football. I mean, again, I wasn't a Met fan. I wasn't like a giant football fan, but just it was just good times. Like it was just good stuff. He says, settle down. Come on with the Orioles, bro. Dodger Blue run line, minus 150. Listen, my peak is maybe like the 140, 145 mark at the run line. Nathan, you know that. And hold on a second. Any unders in the NBA? Nick, no NBA today. No NBA. What are we doing? Hey, Gracious, I just realized I got my Wolverine shirt on. Not for Caleb Love going to Michigan, but for my 1984 Red Dawn. Man, Lava Swans of the Ocean. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little past there by Lava Light in Ocean Beach, bro. It's terrible. Terrible. I mean, our houses didn't get washed away, but it was a disaster. Disaster. Gracious is laughing. Yesterday's Giants killed the White Sox. They are a hype team. And mild along with the Padres. Giants, yes, they did. And someone here was all over the White Sox. Weren't you? Were you, Nick, all over? Who would like the White Sox? I said, don't take the White Sox. I didn't say take the Giants. I said Giants are going to score runs, though. Back it up. Jays will correct. Rays fast out of the gate. The Rays, the Jays will get better. And the Rays, here's the thing with the Rays team. If they're going to start hitting, and again, you played bad teams, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be bad teams. You're not supposed to come in and struggle. You're a better team. You have better pitching. And your young guys, these guys are starting to hit. Dangerous. Dangerous. Dykstra, Mookie, Strawberry, Keith. Yeah. I mean, come on. Gary Carter. I mean, it was a good team. Although those Cardinal teams were pretty good. I remember the Cardinal teams because I play like RBI baseball on Nintendo. And not even RBI. There was another baseball game before that. And you could put in people's names. I remember like Vince Coleman would lead off for St. Louis. Like, he had different names, but they were based on real players because the leadoff hitter was insanely fast. You'd hit it back to the pitcher, and he'd have a single. Tommy Herr, Willie McGee. I remember that Cards team. Vince Coleman, then Tommy Herr bat second, Willie McGee bat a third. I think he batted 353, Willie McGee. Jack Clark was a cleanup guy. I think Terry Pendleton was on that team. It's kind of like the Twins team with like Ken Herback, Tom Berdansky, Bill McDonald. Do you know Billy Yates, the Vegas gambler, went to prison? Was it Yates, the relief pitcher for the Braves last night, who like blew the game? Yates. You talking about Billy Walters? Strawberry not good with Coke buddies. That's the 30 for 30 with those two guys. I mean, Doc is still a total mess. Terrible. Freaking drugs, bro. I don't understand. Like, it's terrible. Terrible. That could be another show. Drug addiction and the downfalls, the perils of experimentation. Wow. We're late. We're out of here. I can't believe it's so late. Listen.
Real quick, it's a sad day for baseball bettors. Jake Odorizzi's out for the year. We cannot fade him this year in print money.
Who did he go to? He was on the Braves, right?
I have no clue who he even was, but
because did he go to the Stros traded him?
I thought he was back on Atlanta.
That's what I thought. He was on Atlanta. They Stros traded him to Atlanta, I thought. Now I got to find Jake Odorizzi.
Yeah.
Jake Odorizzi. Rangers, 60-day DL.
Yeah, he's out. He's out for the year. Let's see what it was. To miss season after undergoing arthroscopic shoulder procedure. So there you go. No Jake Odorizzi this year. So sad. Figured I'd mention that. All right.
All righty. Well, that's the wrap for the show today. We're into the bet win repeat time. That's why I could really just roll out of here and go to the Sean Higgs page, but we've covered everything. We're out of here. Have a good